I'm here at LaGuardia Airport at Terminal C. C stands for Crown Jewel because Terminal C is the Delta terminal. This is my first time in Terminal C, so you're coming along with me for the ride and for the experience. So without further ado, let's go, let's do it. Wow, look at this. Oh my God, this is so nice. So spacious. LaGuardia is owned by the Port Authority, the New York, New Jersey Port Authority, and Delta is a partner on this terminal. They are the sole leaser of airlines here, and they've kind of made it their own stamp, and I have to say it's so beautiful, it's so airy. Again, there's really nice marble everywhere. And so this is the lower floor, and this is where arrivals would be. And as you can see, there's also a welcome center if you need any kind of help or if you need any kind of assistance with lodging or transit, stuff like that. It's right there. We are headed to Sky Priority. As you can see, Delta has its own first class check-in station. And so this is for Sky Priority, and because it's LaGuardia, it's going to be domestic flights primarily, but also they allow, if you are members, they welcome Premium Select, First Class, Diamond, Platinum, Gold. We also welcome Silver Medallion and SkyTeam Elite, Platinum, Black and Black Signature, Virgin Atlantic, Upper Class, WestJet Rewards, as well as all the SkyTeam partners, Air France, KLM, Virgin Atlantic, Green Air, LATAM. And so here is what it looks like. So again, they have the self-check-in kiosks if you don't want to work with an agent. And they also have a variety of other self-service bag drop-off locations and agent assistance if you need it. And then they also have a priority board over here if you wanted to check on your flight. So it's all right here. All very informative, super easy. So what's really helpful is that they have this whole entire self check-in kiosk station available. It's amazing. They have all these different computers where you can just simply tap in your name and you scan your packet, your ticket, and you can get your baggage label, you can get all that stuff situated. So if you need any kind of rebooking assistance, you're gonna come here. I have to say that all the signs are so clearly marked as to where you need to go. If you need an agent assist, you need to talk to a human because there's a problem with your ticket and you're flying economy, this is where you're gonna go. It's all very clearly labeled and it's really simple. A number of different wheelchairs that you can see here, and if you look closely, I'll try to get us to the screen, but there's actually a gate just for those who have or use wheelchairs. This is what the Delta security lines look like. This is kind of amazing. Wow, oh my God. This is so modern, so efficient, so beautiful. Look at the artwork. These illumination screens on top, all of these people. Dream come true. This is the least stressful experience on Earth. Okay, so you have several lines. You have digital ID, you have TSA pre-check, you have clear, you have ADA assist if you have mobility issues, you have Sky Priority, and you have general. And they tell you how many minutes. All are under 5 minutes? What? All right, so I just cleared security and What was really interesting is that they had 5 lines, and as they kind of move you through the maze-like queues, they end up funneling into the same group of security personnel. So those 5 lines eventually converge at the end. But I was in and out in less than 5 minutes, like the signs indicated, which was amazing and excellent. And what's really great is that if you're TSA pre-check, you're given an expedited piece of paper that means you don't have to take your shoes off and you don't have to get body scanned. You just show them that paper and they just let you right through. All I had to do is basically wait for my carry-on bag to clear security. And once it cleared security, here I am. It's really, really that simple, that easy. So we are also here on level 3. So this is one level up from level 2, which is departures. So what happens is now, LaGuardia has 4 different concourses that I'm going to affectionately dub the 60s concourse, the 70s concourse, the 80s concourse, and the 90s concourse, because that's where those gates with those numbers are located. So there's 4 of them, and they're all spread apart. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go and check those out. Most of them are on level 2, where the gates are, where you depart. But they have some restaurants on portions of level 3 for like the 80s, and I think the 70s also has some. But right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna check out the security terminal because there's really cool features that I wanna show you that I think you're gonna really enjoy. So as you turn left, what you're gonna see is the entryway to the Delta Sky Club. It's located actually on level 4, but to get to it, you have to use this entryway to level 3. And so this is what it looks like. So as I'm walking towards the 60s and 70s concourses, they have a women's room here, as well as a family restroom, which could also essentially be a private restroom. And they also have a nursing room, a men's room, and then also a pet relief area. So if you have a dog that needs to use the restroom, they have a Delta Help Center, which is over here. So if you have issues with your ticket or you need help of some kind, those centers are there for you. All right, we are on our way to the 60s and 70s concourses. It says it's a 4 to 10 minute walk, so that sounds like it's gonna be pretty far. But let's see, let's check it out. What I really love about this narrow carpeted hallway is that it's quiet, which is really, really soothing actually. Effectively made it into the 60s concourse. I'm trying to get away from that woman vacuuming, but this is essentially where the gates 60 through 69 are gonna be. And I'm gonna give you a showcase of what there is here within the gates. You have another SIBO Express, which basically has food, medications, airline travel bits and bobs that you might need, and stuff like that, souvenirs. So as you can see, it's a pretty small concourse, but it has a lot of light and it's rushing through. So you can also scan to take this map with you, which is kind of cool. And then above that, they also have the times so that you can check out the times. And then of course, again, as you enter the 60s, they have a family restroom, which is essentially a private room. They have a men's room, and then they have a nursing room, which I think is also helpful. And then a women's room too. And then we get into the gates. So So overall, even though there's a lot of construction happening, I have to say it's very impressive. So we are now gonna head over to the 70s concourse. So let's go over now to the 70s. So with the 70s also, you have another one of these great maps. And of course, if you need elevators, there's elevators right here. And of course, there's more bathrooms. There's a women's room, there's a nursing station, a family restroom, and a men's room. If you're on the go, it's a great place to just grab and go and leave. They have another place here called Sunday Supper. It's a trattoria, so I guess it's Italian Sunday food, as well as some eateries here, all right here. So let's go down and see what's going on. As you can see, the 70s concourse really looks more modernized than the 60s. It definitely has like electronic LCD screens. You got the Delta logo hanging on, and then you got tons of seating. And then of course you have a Starbucks. You also have a Delta Help Center. It's just under the escalator in the 70s concourse. This is such an advanced airport. It's incredible. And then you have these really beautiful views of these windows. It's really incredible. You have a couple more grab and goes. You have an Essex burger. You also have a BuzzFeed newsstand, which is more like a Cibo Express. And then you have your Chuko ramen right here. Gates after that. And of course you have the family room, a nursing room, a men's and women's room, and that is the 70s concourse, my folks. Okay, I am back in the security area. So now we're gonna go to the 80s concourse. And remember, the 80s concourse has these two kind of twin gates. And then we're also gonna go to the really super skinny end, which is the 90s terminal, which also has some amazing views of the water. So let's go. Can you see above me? That's the Delta Sky Lounge. That's on Terminal 4 as we're headed to the 80s concourse. So while you're here on security level, you have a BuzzFeed store. All right, they also have a Beekman 1802 store here. This is the posh area. And then you have another Starbucks here on our way to the 80s concourse. And this Starbucks looks huge. So we're gonna follow the signs. It promises to get us there in 8 to 10 minutes. So I do feel like this is gonna be quite the walk. So just remember, if you're leaving security, it's gonna be an 8 to 10 minute walk to concourse, to the 80s concourse. But if you are in the 80s concourse and it's remember they're like these twin gates. So if you're in gates 81 through 85, I'm sorry, you're not gonna like it. This is also another junction point, so you definitely wanna think about getting something to eat. So as you're going through all these different concourses, don't they have all these different vibes, right? Like the 90s feels a little bit more elevated. It's very narrow, very skinny, but it definitely has a vista that is unbeatable. So it has like that incredible, natural, scenic view that none of the other concourses have. That's what distinguishes it.